Kalen DeBoer has his new offensive coordinator. Is it the right move or the wrong move for the Crimson Tide? Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that bell icon as well so you get notifications of when we go live and when we drop new video content, which is each and every single day. Also, guys, we drop daily podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you get your content. And of course, guys, check out our website, secunfiltered.com, for all the latest from us. Guys, the following is brought to you by our friends over at RHOBACK Activewear. Guys, if you have not heard of RHOBACK before, I don't know where you've been, but it's time to check them out. It's safe to say we'd bet on these guys any day of the week because we absolutely love their gear. Guys, RHOBACK's performance hoodies, I can't emphasize how soft these things are. With great stretch and breathability, they're simply some of the best hoodies out there. Odds are, if you see me during football season here on SEC Unfiltered, golfing on the golf course, hanging around the house, out and about in the town, whatever it is, I'm probably going to be in some RHOBACK, whether it be a RHOBACK hoodie, it be a polo, it be a shirt, it be a quarter zip, you name it. On that note, guys, RHOBACK's performance polos are some of the most comfortable polos out there. All my golfers, by the way, it's coming on golf season, right? Weather's starting to warm up a little bit. You're going out to the baseball field, going to the baseball games, whatever. These performance polos are a great option. They're moisture wicking with four-way stretch, making them perfect for a game day, and they have a perfect fit with crisp collars that don't lose their shape. I could not recommend these polos more. In all honesty, guys, RHOBACK's been gaining traction big time. You've probably seen them working with names such as Alabama's quarterback Jalen Milroe and Orgeron, former LSU coach. They are all over the place. Guys, head over to RHOBACK.com. Use the promo code SECU. That's RHOBACK.com, promo code SECU for 20% off your first order. A very generous offer indeed, guys. 20% off. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. 20% off all bottoms, Q-zips, hoodies, and more with that promo code SECU. Kalen DeBoer has his new offensive coordinator. It's all but official, but most sites out there running with this on 3, Bama Online, Alabama folks that I've talked to, it's all but official that after the departure of Ryan Grubb to the Seattle Seahawks, Nick Sheridan will be named and is expected to be named the offensive coordinator at Alabama. And many of you are saying to yourself, who in the world is Nick Sheridan? Well, you go through the history. He played quarterback at Michigan from 2006 to 2010. His college experience, guys, he was at South Florida coaching quarterbacks in 2013. He was a GA at Tennessee from 2014 to 16. Coached quarterbacks at Indiana, 17 to 18, was the tight ends coach at Indiana in 2019. Served as the OC, was there with Kalen DeBoer. So this is where the connection started, right? From 2020 to 2021 was the OC, coach quarterbacks. Followed Kalen DeBoer to Washington to coach tight ends 2022 to 2023. Then came over, was going to be the tight ends coach again. And Kalen DeBoer is obviously going to promote from within. Now, how do we judge this hire, guys? I think it's very similar to how we're judging Kalen DeBoer, to where the track record's solid, right? And a lot of it, guys, it's going to be Kalen DeBoer's offense, right? Nick Sheridan is going to handle a lot of the day-to-day. He's going to handle a lot of the, the tedious tasks of being an OC that maybe Kalen DeBoer cannot handle being the head coach. But it's going to be a lot of and most of Kalen DeBoer's systems, Kalen DeBoer's schemes, what have you. And Nick Sheridan will be there in an assistant role to help out with the scheme, the structure, what have you. But I don't know, guys. Is Nick Sheridan a good hire? We simply don't know. It's going to have to be one of those things where we see on the field. There's not a lot of experience here. How's he going to be able to recruit? I know what he did at Indiana, was the tight ends coach at Washington. I think you're seeing this promotion from within, though, because when you're a guy like Kalen DeBoer, and you're really banking on yourself, you're banking on what you've done in the past, right? You highlighted and you promoted Ryan Grubb, which, let's call it for what it is, that was a major, major loss for Alabama. There's a reason he's headed to the NFL. Ryan Grubb, pretty damn good at what he did. Could Nick Sheridan be that guy? Sure. But as we've mentioned before, guys, for the first time in a long time, there's real uncertainty when it comes to Alabama. Because I don't know. I don't know. When Nick Saban was employing guys, even like a Tommy Rees, you felt like, he's questionable, but he's under Saban. He'll get the job done, right? He's going to get the job done. He'll be fine. I just don't know that that's the case anymore. I think there's reasons to be excited about this Nick Sheridan hire. I think there's reasons to question this Nick Sheridan hire. You're only as good as the people around you, right? As good as Kalen DeBoer has been, and I have no reason to believe that he will not be really good at Alabama, but you're only as good as the people around you. You got Kane Womack from South Alabama as your dean coordinator. You've got Nick Sheridan, who was the OC at Indiana, and outside of that's been a tight ends coach. Everybody deserves a shot and needs to get their opportunity. That's what these two coordinators are getting. But with that, it can be a very volatile situation because it's more than just knowing the X's and O's. It's more than just knowing about football. Guys, everybody at that level is smart. Everybody at that level knows the X's and O's. They know ball. The biggest difference with the Nick Sheridan is we just don't know, like many of these other offensive coordinators that get promoted in these spots and, it's their first time being in that role. How's he going to fare when it's late game situation, when Alabama is taking on Georgia? They've got a 3rd and short, 4th and short, and they need that play call. How does he adjust, right? How does he adjust on the fly when he has to get off script? Does he have those killer instincts of successful play callers? Does he have that instinct that we see so many have? Only time will tell when it comes to that. So, do I think Kalen DeBoer could have gone out there and got a much flashier name? Absolutely. Do I think he could have got someone that was more proven? Sure. But I think what you're seeing is Kalen DeBoer is sticking to his guns. He believes in what he's done in the past. He believes it can work at Alabama. That's why you're seeing guys from Washington come over via the portal. That's why you're seeing so much carryover from his coaching staff from Washington to Tuscaloosa. But I think that can make folks very uneasy. And I think Alabama, they're the greatest mystery they've been on the football field in quite some time. I don't think it's a guarantee Bama's in the 12-team college football playoff, guys. I don't think it's a guarantee Bama wins double-digit games. I think Bama could very well get exposed. I think Bama very well could take a major step back in year one of Kalen DeBoer. There's so many moving pieces. There's so many things that have to work themselves out. Will Nick Sheridan be the answer at offensive coordinator? The answer is we just don't know. The answer is we have no idea. Kalen DeBoer believes in him. And so the question really is Kalen DeBoer going to work out? Is Kalen DeBoer going to be the right guy? Does Kalen DeBoer have a knack for seeing things that we don't see on the surface? Does Kalen DeBoer have a knack for putting the right people in the right situations and getting the most out of them? That's the question. That's the question. Because I don't think anything on Sheridan's resume is going to jump out at you and say, this guy's a lock. No doubt he's going to work out. This guy is going to be a stud. He might. He might be one of the best offensive minds in the SEC. We just don't know that for a fact right now. And I don't know, maybe at a place like Alabama, does it feel a little underwhelming? And I don't think Kalen DeBoer should have to sit there and, he's got to make the name hire, the flashy hire, whatever it is. He doesn't have to go get DJ Durkin. And this is no knock at Auburn, but he doesn't need to go get the names, right? Run your program how you see fit. But it's weird. It's weird when you think of Ohio State just got Chip Kelly as their OC. Bama ain't moving like that right now. All due respect to Kane Womack and Nick Sheridan, but Bama ain't moving like that right now. Bama's not making those kind of moves. We're seeing Bama lose more coaches than retain coaches. And the whole way the Ryan Grubb situation went down, that's another story for another video. But Nick Sheridan, a Kalen DeBoer guy, tied to the hip to Kalen DeBoer. And I think a lot of Kalen DeBoer's success in Tuscaloosa will hinge on Nick Sheridan, his performance as the OC. Guys, it's going to do it all for me. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Be sure again to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that bell icon as well so you get notifications of when we go live and when we drop new video content, which is each and every single day. Also, guys, follow us on social media, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you get your content. We also drop daily podcasts. You can check us out there, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, guys, check us out on SECUnfiltered.com for all the latest from us. Until next time, I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in, and we'll catch you on the other side.